Bristol City have lost a lot of late points this season. Plymouth away, Sheffield United at home, Sunderland away. But this just feels a little bit bigger. Ended 1-1 at the Cardiff City Stadium in the seven-side derby between Bristol City and Cardiff, and a 90th minute Yusuf Saleh goal meant it ended all square after what looked like it was going to be an mammoth victory over the bridge. But unfortunately, and incredibly frustratingly, it didn't turn out that way. Bristol City, for around 30 minutes of that game, was sat in sixth position. Granted, 12:30 kickoff, everyone else has to play, but giving ourselves a really nice platform for the rest of the weekend. And one moment, one defensively bad moment from our captain, who I thought, apart from that, had a really good game, has ultimately let us down and has ultimately cost us 2 points. What would have been, again, as I said, a mammoth extra 2 points for Bristol City. For Bristol City, there were no changes from that midweek win against Stoke, a very nice professional midweek victory at Ashton Gate. It was Max O'Leary in goal, Zach Viner, Rob Dickey, Hayden Roberts as a back three initially, with Ross McCrory right wing back, Mark Sykes left wing back. So those two kind of swapped flanks to start with from previous games. Bird and Knight in midfield, Twine, Mehmeti, Armstrong as the front three. I think Twine and Mehmeti also swapped, which was intriguing. I'm sure that would have something to do with coming up against Perry Ng and Callum O'Dowda as the wingers, and El Ghazi and Will Alves as well for Cardiff. So it was an interesting change from Liam Manning. Did it work? I don't think the game particularly. I think it would have mattered if they played McCrory and Sykes swapped again and kept swapping throughout the game, because the game was really, really poor. It was really drab for the first half. Cardiff had probably 2 shots on target. We had one where Mark Sykes hit it straight at Jack Alnwick, and a couple of efforts straight at Max O'Leary. Very, very poor first half and very kind of drab affair. But as I said in that Swansea matchday vlog last week, these games against the Welsh clubs, Swansea, Cardiff, always very tight, always very cagey. The team that finds a way through and finds a way to be gritty, finds a way to be streetwise, finds a way to get a goal, the first goal, finds a way to just dig in and keep plucking away. They normally win these sorts of games. Bristol City did that for large proportions of it. Didn't quite get over the line. 0-0 at half time. Very little to report, honestly. Very, very, very poor. Bristol City had just about shaved on possession, but again, very even. This is Cardiff were trying to, build up more than they normally would. Normally more than I would have seen them in previous years. And Gutas and Bagan, particularly Bagan, looked okay, pretty good on the ball, and Callum O'Dowda down the left-hand side had a decent game. But I thought we restricted them to very little, and they did the same. For us, Sinclair Armstrong, though, really came into it second half. Later in latter part of the first half. He got Dimitri Gutas on a yellow card. He spun Joel Bagan a couple of times. He really grew in confidence in that first half, and it felt like if we could get him more involved in the game and use him as an outlet more, he could really kind of push on and create more opportunities down that channel. We stopped doing that a little bit more second half. Initially, Cardiff second half did really well and actually kind of propped the intensity up. But that's only really happened. That only really happened because Bristol changed shape, and we took a bit of while to get going to that, get used to that 4-4-1-1 we kind of used, with Yuhurakawa coming on for Scott Twine. He played kind of on the right hand channel. Sam Bell coming in for Mark Sykes. He played on the left hand channel. So we moved to a back four with Roberts and McCrory as our fullbacks initially, Viner and Dickey as our centre backs, and Bird Knight in midfield. It was Bell, Yuhurakawa, Mehmeti kind of operating in a little bit more unique channel of his own as a number 10 pocket, and then Sinclair Armstrong up top. Ross McCrory went off injured on minute 57. George Tanner came on, and I thought that was going to be a massive blow, because McCrory, a lot more sort of attacking, I wouldn't say better attacking, but just more of a outlet, and you can ping those long balls to him, and he normally wins those headers up against whoever he's up against, that left wing back for the opposition. And we were using that a little bit more. Max O'Leary in particular, that outlet gone, but we win a free kick down the right hand side. Yuhurakawa takes it. No Scott Twine on the pitch. It's not in a Max Bird sort of free kick position. If this was on the other side in the exact same position, Max Bird takes that, but it's not in a Max Bird position. Yu Hirakawa takes it, and I'm going, okay, can he provide a little... I've not really seen his free kicks. Can he do something with it? Puts in an outrageously good ball, and Jason Knight, if it kind of, it kind of just froze for a bit, and you kind of go, is he offside? Is he offside? No, he's not offside. And on the replay, the linesman makes a really good call, because I think Dickey at the back post possibly is offside, but Jason Knight definitely isn't, and pokes the ball into the back of the net. Has the ball into the back of the net, sorry, and sends the away end into delirium. And it felt like at that moment, okay, we've got the first goal away from home in this derby. Can we go for it a little bit? Maybe potentially get that second goal, really put a cushion into it, really put a gap between the two sides, and unfortunately that didn't happen. Aaron Ramsey came on for Andy Rinamoto, minute 63. Yusuf Salic and Chris Willett came on for Callum Robinson and Anwar El Ghazi, minute 71. Cardiff kept kind of trying to probe. They had more of the ball in the second half. They had 66% of the ball second half. Bristol kind of just sat there waiting for something to happen. Didn't really do too much in the way of actually going for it. It's not fair, actually. That's not fair. In terms of, we didn't really have much of an outlet. Naki Wells came on for Sinclair Armstrong. George Earthy came on for Anis Mehmeti. Kian Ashford came on for Sivert Mansberg, who I thought looked all right in the middle of the park for Cardiff, actually. But then, for a solid 15 minutes before Cardiff scoring the 90th minute, it was just wave after wave of Cardiff attack. Every time we tried to clear it with header, with those moments where Rob Dickey, for a solid minute or two, just kept taking the ball away from our own box, and I was like, this is not sustainable. We've got to try and find a way to get up the pitch and win a few free kicks, get up the pitch, get a corner, get a chance, do something, and didn't quite happen. Cardiff just kept mounting the pressure, getting more territory, and ultimately that's how the equaliser comes. Jason Knight, who I thought again had a great game, and actually defensively, him and Max Bird had a much improved game than they did previously in terms of shielding that back line and kind of, the back line getting used to playing in a back four, and they did really well in terms of protecting them. And actually, up until the 90th minute, we defended really well, but it was just that lack of outlet that allowed them to go and get the equaliser. Ball goes loose in the middle of the park. It goes, and I think if Ramsey plays it into Kian Ashford down the left hand of the channel, but the ball to Kian Ashford is so preventable by Jason Knight. He just kind of takes a poke at it, and if he gets a good connection with that ball, that through ball doesn't go through. He clears it up the pitch, and maybe we can move up 5 yards, and then we have 5 minutes of additional time to go, and then we really dig in and try and see out the win. But then no, ball goes through to Kian Ashford down the left-hand channel. He puts a really nice ball in with his left foot down across the bogs, and Yusuf Salic is there to poke home. And the biggest concern at that point was don't concede again. See out the point, and make sure you get out of dodge with something, because if you concede again, it's pretty disastrous. But it's so frustrating because this happened so many times this season, as mentioned, Sheffield United. It happened at Sunderland, happened against Plymouth, and it's just that inability to kind of see out the game, or really kind of put a game to bed. That's really killing us at the moment. And there were definitely moments for us to get a second goal. Sam Bell, huge opportunity to get a second goal, and he misses the target at 1-0. And then there was a Naki Wells opportunity where Yu Hirakawa, so he was really, really good when he came on. Kind of runs up the pitch down, kind of inverted left-hand channel. Ball goes out to Naki Wells, and this is after they equalise in the 96th, 5th minute, something like that. And his shot is blocked by Joel Bagan. So many opportunities. There are opportunities for Bristol to go and equalise, go and get a second, and we just don't do it, and it's cost us 2 points. Cardiff, though, before they actually equalised, did they have too many? Would I say they had too many big chances? And they have, were they missing chance after chance after chance? Were they peppering our goal? Not particularly. Callum Robinson, I don't know. Most of their probably good chances came at the start of the second half, with for about 10 minutes where they were better than us, and they looked to up the intensity from the first half, and they were better than us, and that's probably where their big chances came. But there wasn't a series of chance after chance after chance for Cardiff, and unfortunately, it's just one moment that's killed us again. Away from home, derby game. Got to see that game out, and just a gut punch, really. And as I mentioned, could have gone 6th with a win, could have gone 5th with a 2-0 win, or by a 2-goal margin. Just unfortunately, that's 2 points dropped away from home. Would I have taken a point before a game? Probably, yeah, because as I mentioned, tight games, don't want to lose these sorts of games, and a draw would have been okay. But you really, a lot of the teams around us are stumbling at the moment. Pretty much everyone is very, very inconsistent. We probably, despite this, we probably won't be too much lower. We won't find ourselves too much farther off the playoffs unless we're ridiculously unlucky, right? But it's just that frustration that there is so much more within this team. There's so much more to give, and there is a wide open door to the playoffs this season. And Bristol City ultimately have found a way of shooting themselves in the foot yet again. So yeah, 1-1 draw at the Cardiff City Stadium. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. It is Middlesbrough at home, and that's a very big game for Bristol City for completely different reasons, because Middlesbrough are right below us at the moment, in 9th, before they play Watford today at the Riverside. So they travel to Ashton Gate with the return of Tommy Conway, which will be interesting. But yeah, that's a massive game, and hopefully we can move on. And 4 points and 2 against Stoke and Cardiff, it's okay. It's fine. It's kind of all right. We need to keep going though, because if we beat Middlesbrough, well, you don't need to tell me. I don't need to tell you what happens then. We can, yeah, we need to keep going. We need to keep going, and not dwell on our previous games. It's a point on the board. It's a point closer for now to the top 6, and hopefully a much improved result at Ashton Gate next Friday. Thank you very much, guys. Keep safe, and I'll catch you later.